I just went in the church and they have a coffee bar right in front of the church and it says a big sign, always free. So not only do they have coffee, they have free coffee. I'm going to call this Coffee Church. So they're enticing people to come in with free coffee. I wonder if there's an age limit on the coffee, if they check the ID. Probably not. They probably let the kids have coffee as well. Terrible. Just terrible. I just dropped off my children at a local church. They're having something called Vacation Bible School, which is a camp for children in the summer. It lasts about a week. And every day I come here, this is a brand new church. They renovated it. It looks beautiful. But the first thing they have right in the main lobby, literally in the main lobby, is a counter. And not for, oh, we'll welcome you and give you a packet. But they have a coffee station. Their own coffee bar. In the church. And as I'm walking in there from the parking lot all the way to the parking attendant, all the way to the person meeting me at the front door, all the way to the people in the lobby, all the way to the people in the sanctuary, all the way to the people wherever they are here, are walking around with cups. And in those cups are coffee. And those of you that are watching that drink coffee might not think this is an issue. But I am telling you it is an issue because coffee is a gateway drug. It's a gateway drug. It teaches our children that if we don't get enough sleep, if we don't take responsibility for our own health, we could just take some drug, some energy drink, or some other form of caffeine, and it'll just keep us high throughout the day. And then if we have insomnia or some other issues, we can take other drugs to deal with that. It is a serious issue and a serious problem. And the message that's being sent, I figured I could send my children here in a safe place, a safe environment. But I see the subliminal message it's sending, first of all, not only everyone carrying a cup of coffee, but then also them having this coffee bar right in front of the place. Getting children addicted and used to this whole coffee thing, this whole coffee experience. And so many people are naive about coffee and how toxic it really is. And, you know, somebody say, I just do 2 cups a day, or I just do 3 cups a day. Even if you do 1 cup a day, it's not a healthy drink. It's not a health drink. Now just think about this for a second, folks. What if, just what if, I walked in there and people had glasses with green juices in there, and they were drinking them, and then you go in there and there's a bar, and it's a juice bar, and it just has blenders and juicers, and they're making smoothies and green drinks. Now, whether you think coffee is a big issue or not, or really bad or not, that's besides the point at this moment. But what message are we sending to our children? What if we send a message of them, hey, smoothies and juices are so much better than coffee? This is where it begins. Camps, church service, schools, this is where it begins. I believe teachers should be outbanned from having this substance called coffee in the schools. I believe in the church, coffee should be outbanned, and we should give our children a better message. And I'll tell you, if everyone everywhere switched their coffee machines and their coffee pots and their coffee bars for juice bars and smoothie bars and juices and smoothies, I am sure the rates of disease in this country would drop dramatically. Just think, some people drink coffee 1 to 2 a day, and some people drink coffee up to 7 or 8 times a day, maybe. Just imagine if people were switching that out for fresh green juices. Can you imagine how much healthier these people would be? And most likely have more energy. Not this false stimulation, but true energy. Just it would be so amazing. The healthcare cost would come down and everything would come down. Just switching juices instead of coffee. But we know that's not going to happen because there are even people that watch my show that enjoy eating raw food and healthy food that still can't give up their coffee. You know, in the Bible, when it says, I can do all things who strengthens me through him, it doesn't say at the end of that, except give up coffee or except stop taking caffeine. No, all things means all things. And caffeine is an addictive drug. That's why I call it a gateway drug. It's an addictive drug that we're using to stimulate our bodies, and it causes adrenal fatigue, it causes insomnia, and it causes speed up heart rate, and it causes so many other issues in the body, leading to arthritis and so many other diseases on a cellular level, this toxic substance. And then we didn't even get into the fact of what people are putting in the coffee. There's a reason, folks, There's a reason when little children have their bottles, they have some formula, and that's a whole nother story how bad that formula is. But there's a reason why we don't give little children's coffee. It is not good for the human body. It doesn't matter if you're a little child or an adult. You don't give little children coffee in their little bottles so they could drink it with a smile and say welcome. No. And you don't give adolescents and you don't give teenagers coffee. But then all of a sudden people think when on their own, they got to do their coffee because it's in their mind, because they see so many people doing this. And they just need something to stay awake because they're up all night watching the television set and playing those video games and everything else. I am telling you, if you want your children to just get some sort of understanding of health or disease, get rid of the coffee in your house. Get rid of the coffee machine. You at home, too. Don't send this message to your children that it's okay to do coffee and you're going to have coffee before going to work. You're going to give them their little cereal with their milk and everything else, but you're going to drink coffee. That does not send a good message to children. And then they're at home. They see you drinking coffee. They come here to camp. They see the camp leaders drinking coffee. They go to school. They see the teachers drinking coffee. Guess what they're going to grow up doing? They're going to drink coffee. I have never had a cup of coffee in my life. I had one sip. I didn't like the taste. I'm not going to have it. Now, some people say, well, you just didn't like taste. What if you love the taste? Even more reason me not to have it. It's an addicting substance that's not healthy. So I'm calling you to switch coffee and instead use fresh juices. And change your mind. You change your mind, and then you'll be able to overcome the addiction of the caffeine. You get more sleep and rest, and you won't need to over-drug yourself with this toxic drug called caffeine that the government says is legal, that causes so many illnesses in this world and diseases, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. So I think we should ban coffee, and if we're not going to ban coffee, I think we should at least not allow them in places where children aren't and give children the wrong message. Years ago, it was smoking. People would smoke when you woke up. People smoked. When you came to church, people smoked. When you went to school, people smoked. Finally, they don't allow smoking in schools anymore. They don't allow smoking in buildings anymore. Finally, it's caught on. Well, I think we should do that with coffee as well and go one step further, replace it with juices and smoothies and things like that. That would make this a better world. All right, everybody. Put your comments or question below the video. Until then, everybody have a great day and a great raw life.